The Hawks on their way to the locker room earlier, hoping to send their fans home happy tonight. What a gorgeous nighttime view from high above the city of Atlanta. Greetings, everyone. Welcome to DA.
Kevin, thanks. 2019's most improved.
Oh, you know what? I love that work ethic. Thanks, DA. Here are the five for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Right, Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt, and it's Capella in at the center. Kicks it out to Collins. Pass to Hunter. It's Young on the wing. From 10 feet out, it's good, and he makes his first shot of the game.
The ability of Trae Young to take it up inside makes him difficult to pressure out on the perimeter.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that could lead this league in scoring and in assists, and also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Here's Toronto now. Right side Lowry over Young. The second effort outside for Lowry. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And finished off by Collins.
The agility, the hops, the great hands. Collins is the perfect alley-oop partner.
Young with the steal. Three-pointer. Good work defensively by Lowry. The Raptors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Passes it to Van Vliet. Shoots the 3. Here's Ibaka. Pass to Anunoby. Toronto working the ball around now. Lowry for 3. It's Lowry again missing.
And he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
It's tipped. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. And stolen by Hunter. Oh, and here comes Young all alone. Capella, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Anunoby passes to Lowry. Rebounded by the Hawks.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Kicks it out to Collins. Goes back up, and the layup is good.
No matter where he is on the floor, Collins seems to invite contact.
Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Out left to the wing. Siakam with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Clock at 6. Young with the steal. A solo fast break. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
But confidence to attempt that alley-oop to himself. Van Vliet against Collins. Stolen by Collins. First quarter of play, and just over 3.5 minutes in. And here's Young from the arc.
Come on.
Serge Ibaka with the rebound.
And all quarter long, it's been the same story, inconsistent with his offense.
Siakam kicks to Ibaka to end the cold streak. He lays it in.
This is the kind of physical play we saw from Ibaka early in his career. We're seeing it again now.
To the paint. The pass to Young. From outside the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Young's got 5.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Inside. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
A good find by Kyle Lowry. Doesn't always get enough credit for his vision.
Young looking it over. Lets it go from 14. Here's Capella. The kick out to Young. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Lowry. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Lowry knows the contact is coming, really demonstrating his strength.
Toronto shooting their first foul shot of the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
The Hawks leading by 6. Outside Teague. To the inside, Jones. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some run out.
And that does it for the first quarter. Hawks lead by 4. And back in a moment as we'll get. Pascal Siakam before the game tonight shared his thoughts.
We was always a team, and I think we're going to look at what.
And Greg, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen from the Hawks, what do you guys think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Marc Gasol. There's Boucher out there with Hollis Jefferson. Then there's Terrence Davis. And it's Powell in at the 2-guard spot. Jones, the pass to Bembry. Teague surveying the D. Lays it up off the glass. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes,
reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
It's good, and the Hawks lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Hollis Jefferson.
Some guys just understand how to generate points. He's one of them.
Jones kicks to Teague. Back to Jones. Inside. Nifty move. That one goes. Count it. And the Hawks lead by 6.
And Teague is just so calm and collected when he gets near the rim.
Davis, the pass to Powell. Beyond the arc. Atlanta with the rebound.
Last season, Damian Jones getting ample chances to show what he could do. Not a huge quantity guy, but, boy, he made the most of his touches.
You know, Damian Jones, he makes about 2/3 of his shots for his career. He knows what it's about, and that's finishing at the rim. A bit of an old-school center in that regard. He lives at the rim on both ends.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Collins comes in for Damian Jones. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. Young is subbed in for Teague. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, "I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up." Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. Here's Van Vliet. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Young outside. In it goes. That's his 3rd bucket. He's missed 5 so far.
With that tight handle, Trae Young can get anywhere on the court he wants to go.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the 2nd quarter. Stolen by Collins. Young with the ball. 7 points in the game. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Hollis Jefferson kicks to Powell. Hollis Jefferson with it. He's against Young. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Toronto shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Kevin Huerter comes in for Reddish. And then for Toronto, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Lowry in for Norman Powell. Young dishes to Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Capella's got 6 points.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Lowry with the ball and guarded by Capella. A 2nd chance effort. There's Hollis Jefferson. Anunoby finds Lowry. Toronto working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Hollis Jefferson. Young with the steal. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Huerter. And that one, good. Huerter's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Hollis Jefferson passes to Lowry. Van Vliet outside. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime, so we'll be back in just a...
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the 1st quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the... And that'll do it for...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The 2nd half of this game still to play. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Well, he left his mark on that 1st half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, if you want to get into your offense quickly before the defense can set up, creating turnovers is a great way to do it.
Huerter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
And you look over the course of Kyle Lowry's career, he's bounced around for quite some time, but boy, has he found a home in Toronto.
And you know, GA, a few summers back, had a chance to leave, but he stayed with the Toronto Raptors. What a decision that was. Reason why? He helped lead this team to their 1st title. Kyle Lowry's beloved by this franchise. He'll go down as one of the all-time great Raptors.
They grabbed their own miss. Hunter the pass to Capella. Young outside. Stolen by Van Vliet. Here's Anunoby. Shoots over Capella. 5 to shoot. And Ibaka kicks to Siakam. Van Vliet looking around. And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Young drives in. Here's Capella. The kick out to Young for three. He can't get that one, so the Raptors will take it the other way. Anunoby passes to Ibaka. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. A new group in now for the Raptors. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Chris Boucher comes in for OG Anunoby. Norman Powell's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Teague against Davis. Jones kicks to Reddish. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. They get Marc Gasol. Well, many question the selection of Reddish in the draft. Pundits thought he had red flags. But, Greg, he developed nicely over his first season in the league.
You know, Reddish caught up to the speed of the NBA, found his shot, and started to play with confidence. Sometimes it takes a little time for young guys to adjust.
Now, here's Teague. And he lays it straight in. Teague's got 6 points.
And all those hours in the weight room paying off right there for Teague. Nice finish through the contact.
And stolen by Jeff Teague. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Bembry. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. And the Hawks lead by 13.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
And it's Davis missing. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Greg is a broadcaster. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys, you know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence as these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who is my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, you're just saying that because it's true.
Now here's Hollis Jefferson. He's tightly guarded. Gasol with it. And it's Reddish picking him up. Gasol, no good.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Well, you know, he was once the future of the Hawks guard spot. But now Jeff Teague has returned to the team as a backup to the new face of the franchise.
You know, GA, Jeff Teague's going to be comfortable with any role he's given. Right now, running the second unit might be the best use of his skill set at this stage. But what I like, you can play the two together, him and Trae Young, and take ball handling duties away from Trae and let him spot up and shoot it.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Atlanta.
Teague, the pass to Bembry. And here is Teague. He's got 10. And it's slammed in by Teague.
And when you get as much speed going to the rim as Teague does, sometimes momentum just carries you in to a slam like that one.
Boucher kicks to Powell. Davis, the pass to Boucher. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Boucher's got 6 points in the quarter. The Hawks leading by 17. Pass to Bembry. Passes it to Fernando. Feeds to Dedmon. And the shot goes in. Dedmon's got his first points of the game.
The toughness of Dedmon showing up again, making the extra effort play, finishes through contact.
Jeff Teague firing on all cylinders for Atlanta. He notched. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, you also have the location of the pass. Puts it right where it needs to be, where his man can do something with it.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Fred's a bit of a streak shooter from out there, but when he's feeling it, he's deadly.
Graham, the pass to Fernando. Back to Graham. Teague with the ball. Lowry picks him up. Teague kicks to Bembry. Just 5 to shoot. A nice shot by Teague. Teague's got 10 points in just the second half.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Anunoby. Lowry against Teague. From 12 feet out. The shot by Lowry, no good.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Raptors trail by 18. Here's Siakam. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Tough to contain Siakam around the rim. He has underrated strength.
Well, Greg, Pascal Siakam won most improved player in the league in 2019, and as we've talked about, had a case for it again in the 2020 voting.
I tell you, Siakam's play jumped so much again. He deserved the recognition. He continued to press himself to be an elite forward, rare for a former MIP winner to even be considered for the award more than once.
Toronto shooting a pretty low 34% thus far.
The struggle is real. He's been way off with his shot all evening long.
Fires from deep. Atlanta gets it back. Capella dishes to Young. Over Siakam. Young's shot is off.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
Back to VanVleet. From the arc. Here's Ibaka. Good work defensively by Capella. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. And stolen by Siakam. VanVleet wide open. Misses the 3.
He's had a tough time getting it going, and he's put this team behind the 8 ball.
And finished off by Collins.
Even though he's an elite scoring talent, Young finds ways to involve his teammates.
Here is Lowry. Over Young. Lowry finds Siakam. Over to the wing. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Anunoby. And the Raptors miss again.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Atlanta leading by 18. Now Young. Count that bucket.
When Trae Young is feeling it, he can rip up a defense. Quick release and a confident stroke.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Down low. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Marc Gasol has checked in for Toronto.
And Smitty, if I'm coaching DeAndre Hunter, I'm making him watch nothing but tape of Kawhi Leonard. He has that type of body and can aim to be that kind of player.
Yeah, I totally agree. Both were lauded as mostly defensive players as rookies. Hunter showed he has some shiftiness to his game offensively. I think he has the chance to be on the same level at the end of the day as Kawhi Leonard. No harm in having that as a goal.
To the wing right side. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. Kicks it out to VanVleet. Clock at 4. It's good. Van Vliet's got 7 now in this quarter.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hawks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And something we've come to almost expect is greatness from this guy. Such an overall great performance it was for Trae Young.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
Young against Lowry. Young outside. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Anunoby, good.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
Toronto with the ball. Siakam inside. Hunter grabs the miss. Young outside. The three connects from three-point range.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players' final few moments to prepare for the game. And look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Raptors, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. Back to Siakam. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Shot from 12. Ibaka, and Ibaka is right there.
Yeah, and the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
Horford finds Embiid. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And the Raptors with possession. The shot from 20 feet away. Kicks it out to VanVleet. Here's Anunoby. The three-pointer, no good. And it's Harris with the ball for Philadelphia. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Yeah, the effort and willingness to get out and run like that on the fast break endears Harris to his coaches, I'm sure.
And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an errant pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector, discourages inside attempts at a high rate, clogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement, his agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive, too.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Toronto's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Lowry against Simmons.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Yeah, Josh Richardson is just not a scorer and defender, folks. He can pass it, too.
VanVleet passes to Anunoby. Now the 76ers on the break. Simmons is running, and Simmons slams it in.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast.
Oh, what a dunk!
Oh, let's go home. That was just ridiculous.
I do not remember the last time I saw a dunk like that in a game.
And guys, it's going to be a long time before we see another one just like that. Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
And VanVleet, here we go. And he comes up with the deuce.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Embiid, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Siakam passes to Ibaka. Lowry against Simmons. And stolen by Simmons. 76ers another fast break opportunity here. Harris kicks to Simmons. In the corner, it's Richardson. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And the Raptors with the ball. And so Lowry will bring it up for Toronto. Trailing by 2. And Ibaka slams it in.
And, you know, Lowry looks to set up his open teammates beautifully. Nice dime there, and it really keeps the team tied together nicely.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Richardson, no luck. The Raptors have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. And Ibaka slams it in.
And the slithery agility of Ibaka. Not many guys can go up with him to stop the catch and dunk. And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
And a wide open look for Simmons. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 3 assists now in this one. Simmons against Lowry. Over Simmons, and it's blocked by Simmons.
Well, you got to respect the athleticism and the willingness to defend that Simmons has. I mean, he's a skilled shot blocker, too.
Harris passes to Horford. And finished off by Horford.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Van Vliet looking around. Both teams have it going here early and still close through the first quarter. 76. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the 76ers, Mike Scott out there with Robinson. Then there's Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Alec Burks. And it's Korkmaz into 3. Slammed home, and they call the foul. He's headed to the stripe for one more.
Boy, that's just outstanding work from Hollis Jefferson. I mean, this is a guy that puts the team first in everything. Always looking to create the best shot on offense.
Korkmaz kicks to Thybulle. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Trying to find Scott. Gets it to him, and it's blocked. Outside, Davis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalries. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
The drive by Scott and finished off by Scott.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's Boucher, and it's blocked by Scott. Here's Korkmaz. He's guarded by Davis. And that one's good. Korkmaz. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the 76ers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Korkmaz. Davis against Burks. Davis, the pass to Gasol. Shot clock at 5. Here's Powell. Here's Boucher. Powell finds Davis. And here is Gasol. And Gasol slams it in.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession. Embiid, he's checked in for the 76ers. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game, Greg, wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
The shot by Powell, no good. 76ers trailing. And that one's good. Thibault's got his first basket. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Boucher kicks to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Boucher. Embiid comes with a double team. High post, Davis. Over Milton. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. And it's a completely new group for Toronto. Then for the 76ers, Al Horford is checked in for Mike Scott. Tobias Harris comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Ben Simmons in for Burks. To the middle. And Siakam gets it to go on the assist from Ibaka. And the Raptors lead by 1.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Anunoby has the open look from outside off the mark. And it's Harris off the drive. Misses the layup.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Ibaka slams it in.
And with those smooth strides of his, Ibaka able to beat the defender to the punch on that dribble drive.
Pass to Embiid. Harris outside. Simmons on the wing. Siakam against Horford. Embiid kicks to Milton. The putback. It's good on the putback.
His shooting has been outstanding here. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
The pass to Lowry. Now here is Ibaka. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Milton. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to a single point after the basket from Van Vliet.
And that's almost automatic anytime he can get the ball in that position.
And that'll do it for the first half.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. They were out.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred Van Vliet. And it's Ibaka in at the center, locking down the middle. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half.
And the handles and confidence of Siakam both have grown just so much. Zero hesitation taking that one to the rack.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Here's Van Vliet, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Van Vliet's got 8.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Here's Embiid, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
When he's got ideal position inside, I mean, Embiid goes right into the contact. He hunts it out.
Greg, I think of you in a New York Knicks uniform, legendary arena you played in. What was that experience like?
Kevin, intense. I remember the first time I suited up in a preseason game. We played the Dallas Mavericks. Both teams went up and down the court 3 times and nobody scored, and the fans started booing. And that's when I knew this is a little bit different. You better bring your A game.
And thicker skin, correct?
That too, yeah. And fortunately, there was no social media or internet back then. Goodness gracious.
Here's Lowry, and he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 6.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
Pass to Horford, and stolen by Siakam. And oh, here we go. Lowry's got the fast break chance, and stolen by Simmons. Here's Richardson, and Simmons slams it in.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
And you rarely see the vision and playmaking of Ben Simmons in someone that size. That you can put him up there with Magic, LeBron, and Penny Hardaway in terms of those taller playmakers.
Yeah, you're spot on there, Greg. I mean, he's unique, really unique and gifted in that regard. And with all great passers, there are a couple of things they do well. One is they see a play or two ahead. They anticipate and throw the ball where it should be going, anticipating that. And the other thing is the timing with which they make their passes. It's usually right at the right time and the opportune time for a teammate to score on the catch.
Harris's shot is good.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And it's blocked by Simmons. Ibaka finds Anunoby. Raptors moving the ball around. Pass to Siakam. 6 to shoot. Tries again. Pass to Anunoby. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
A new group in now for the Raptors. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Norman Powell's checked in for Fred VanVleet. And it's Terrence Davis in for Kyle Lowry.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
And Toronto making a change here. Boucher is checked in. The Raptors shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
The 76ers leading by 4. Here's Scott, and it's Scott with the jam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
Gasol finds Boucher. The Raptors need to get a shot off. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Boucher's got 5 points so far.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
Gasol dishes to Powell. And there's the pass to Boucher.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display. You know, even though it's a point-blank range shot, that's not an easy one, especially when the defense is that tight.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Boucher passes to Gasol. In the corner, Powell with it. It's hauled in by Thibault. Embiid kicks to Thibault. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, Embiid has a very similar story to Tim Duncan's. I mean, the Cameroon native did not start playing basketball until later in life. Now he's one of the very best in the game.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. And no good in the last second attempt this time. A big-time effort for Joel Embiid, providing a lot of energy for Philadelphia. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. So on the floor for Philadelphia, the talented combo up front, Horford and Embiid. Shake Milton is out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Korkmaz in at the small forward position.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Pass to Gasol. And they double up Gasol. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
You two players.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. Philadelphia leading by 5. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right.
Yes, indeedy. Well done.
And stolen by Thybulle. And now the 76ers on the break. Great D that time from Davis. And so Gasol will bring it up for Toronto. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
Yeah, but Clark, the other thing that sticks out for me, the number of assists they've made over the course of this game.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto, Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. Fred VanVleet comes in for Hollis Jefferson, and it's Kyle Lowry in for Davis. Philadelphia also making some changes. Harris has checked in for Furkan Korkmaz. Richardson comes in for Shake Milton, and Simmons subbed in for Matisse Thybulle.
And what a take from Lowry, using that quickness to just blaze to the rim.
And there's Richardson. That's good on the assist from Simmons. Richardson's got the lead up to 7 now for Philadelphia. Ibaka in the post, guarded by Embiid, and the foul on Josh Richardson. That's his first foul. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. Here's Siakam, and the layup's good off the glass.
It's important that Siakam plays with confidence from there. I mean, when he does, the results are often like that one.
Kicks it out to Richardson. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid. Rebound by the Raptors. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. That's good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Anunoby.
And you can't afford to lose Anunoby in transition. As soon as he has a step on you, it's over.
Trying to get open is Ibaka. And the basket by Lowry. Lowry's got 4 points this quarter.
He's flipped the script here in this half, shooting a much higher percentage from the field.
And the dunk by Embiid.
You like Embiid's confidence and willingness to step up in the big moment.
Lowry drives in. Count it.
When it's an important moment in the game, a big time in the game, he flat out takes over. Lowry is a gamer.
Embiid inside, working on Ibaka. Embiid, no good. The Raptors have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. Anunoby, good.
And the native of England Anunoby doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
Embiid, the pass to Harris. Outside, Horford. It's tipped. It's stolen by Ibaka. There's 1:38 left here in the fourth quarter. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation.
Boy, in a game this snug, you can ill afford to commit those kinds of turnovers.
76ers have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Embiid, the pass to Harris. Second chance shot. That shot off. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. The drive by Siakam.
Massive hoop there from Siakam. We've seen him do it in the finals. This guy showing he's made for big moments.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. We've got 1:18 left in the fourth quarter. Embiid dishes to Horford.
You know, tough defense doesn't.
And here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Nick Nurse told his team. This game is obviously close, could go either way, and he wanted to make sure that his guys were all on the same page and were all staying with the game plan in order to close this one out. Kevin?
Near the three-point line, it's Van Vliet. Ibaka, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That one on Horford.
So difficult to defend Ibaka inside the length, the improved strength, and he's one of those bigs who doesn't mind going to the line.
And that makes it a 2-possession game now. Those could turn out to be vital free throws.
Simmons finds Embiid. Count it! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes. Boy, right now they're just getting a fantastic effort from Kyle Lowry.
Embiid, the pass to Harris. Count it!
What confidence from Joel Embiid. Knocked that one down in a clutch situation.
And I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Back to Van Vliet. Anunoby against Harris. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Got it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Fortitude and want to. That's what Richardson is showing you there with that big bucket when they need it.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Lowry. It drops.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size with that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guys. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
And here's Harris from the arc. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. And
hey, Kevin.
Thanks, D.A. Looking at the starting five for the Atlanta Hawks. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Now, here is Young. Capella kicks to Young. Takes the 3. Drills it from outside.
Oh, nice to see Capella find the open teammate as he continues to develop his ability to create for others.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury, never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
Here's Young after Ben Simmons' bucket. Young is doubled and stolen by Horford. No good on the shot. Good work defensively by Capella. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young. And Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
Here's Embiid. Following the basket by Trae Young. Harris finds Embiid. That shot off. Hawks have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. On up the court. A pull-up. Herter passes to Collins. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. To the paint and stolen by Hunter. Young looking it over. And so just over a minute and a half played. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
I love the high activity Capella brings. Someone that really brings it on the offensive glass.
Here's Simmons. And the rejection by Collins. And Simmons slams it in. Here's Young. 5 points in the game. Here's Capella. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Young. That time on the assist from Capella. Young's got 8.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
And Capella sends it back.
You got to be careful when Capella is patrolling the area. He's an excellent shot blocker who uses his length well.
Young outside. A lot of great talkers over the years, trash talkers on the floor in this league. You think they do it more to get themselves going, Greg, or do they do it with the purpose of getting under their opponent's skin?
And Kevin, that's a great question. And believe it or not, you see both. I've seen guys who do it to get under your skin, and I've also seen guys that do it for their own benefit. That's how they derive their confidence. And so it's about you figuring out what works for you. I've seen some guys, they don't say smack. They don't say a word during the course of the game, but they will cut your heart out. So it's just about what fits your personality in terms of making you play your best.
Well, I'm glad you don't trash talk here on 2K, Greg. I'll tell you that right now.
No, we don't do that.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
You got to push Capella out of the paint. When you don't, you almost have to foul him.
The Hawks shooting their first free throws of this game.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws. So those are numbers you'll be happy with.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Scotty's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Richardson. And Alec Burks subbed in for Ben Simmons. Capella with the bucket. Capella's got his second basket of the game.
You know, it's going to be tough to win when you give the other team second and third opportunities to score the ball. Oh, power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could. Burks against T. Jones kicks to Bembry. Pass to T. 5 on the clock. Capella inside, working on Horford. Jones trying to get open. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Capella's got 8.
Excellent all-around performance so far. Hence the big lead.
They've come out of the gate strong at both ends of the floor. Just in total control so far.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now here's Teague. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Embry the pass to Jones. The layup off target.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Well, it's part of their strategy coming in, no doubt. And there may not be that much their opponent can do about it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Robinson is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Mike Scott. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Burks in at the 1 spot. Here's Thybulle following the 3 by Atlanta. Here's Scott. Second shot opportunity. Atlanta with the rebound. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Embiid, he's checked in for Alec Burks. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Hawks. The kick out to Young. Here's Hunter. Good on the triple. Hunter's got the lead up to 14 now for Atlanta.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triple.
And that's a gift if I've ever seen one. They've got to communicate much better out there.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Josh Richardson comes in for Matisse Thybulle. Young's shot is off. The 76ers shooting at 36% on the night. They've got to step it up offensively. Here's Robinson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Atlanta leading by 12. Young outside. Down low. And off the glass. That one's good. Young's got 12 points in the game.
And a depth mid-range shooter as well. All Young needs is a little breathing room, and he set the fire.
One of the few guys in the league who make a lead pass like that. Oh, just a fantastic look.
And so it's Atlanta with it. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Here's Robinson following the bucket by the Hawks. Harris drives in. Collins with some nice D. And so Young will bring it up for the Hawks. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Here's the 3. The shot, no good. And the 76ers go the other way with it. To the middle, here's Robinson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely. Robinson's got 6 points in the quarter. The Hawks leading by 12. 1:57 left to play here in the second quarter. Young with no one around. Knocks down the 3 ball. He's got 15.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And all that Embiid needs really is positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you know he's dunking.
And so it's Atlanta with it after the Sixers pick up 2. And the foul on Glenn Robinson. That's his first foul. The 76ers making a switch here. Simmons is checked in, and the Hawks will go for a different look here. Bruno Fernando's checked in for John Collins. Reddish comes in for Hutter. Bembry's checked in for Kevin Huerter. And it's Teague in for Young.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And the 76ers with some changes. Al Horford, he's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Burks in for Richardson. And a change for the Hawks. Jones is checked in.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into his post fadeaway.
And Simmons slams it in.
Demonstrating how fast he is. Simmons enjoys going up to hammer home the alley-oop.
Outside Teague. Feeds it to Reddish. Lock at 6. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Jones, no luck. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. It's stolen by Jones. Fernando, the pass to Teague. 20 seconds left to play in the first half. And the pass to Fernando. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Fernando's got 6.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Here's Simmons. Pass to Burks. From deep. He gets it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He ended up with 15. And that'll do it.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, the defense didn't do a very good job of staying connected to him. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. They've got Bembry, Reddish out there with Skal Labissiere. Then there's Teague, and it's Jones in at the 5. Richardson with it, and it's Reddish picking him up. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Hawks. You know, when you look at the balance of power between players and teams, Greg, does it feel like the players now have more say, more control than they used to?
No doubt. We're seeing more players demand trades, sign shorter contracts with opt-outs. And the irony of that is, in my era, our best players were fearful for the length of their contracts or the life expectancy of their careers, believe it or not. And these guys today, they understand their value. They know what they bring to the table, and they are utilizing that to the max.
And is that good, Greg, for the game?
I think so. I do think most guys want to win, and they understand that their legacies are going to be defined about whether or not they do.
Right there, you see Richardson's size and length at the rim possesses great physical tools.
Outside Teague. 6 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing. And it's sent back by Horford.
Oh, you can't be careless around Horford. Throw up a weak shot around him, he'll send it back.
Harris passes to Simmons. Horford against Teague. Horford, no luck. The Hawks leading by 12. This year, kicks to Bembry. They get the rebound. Another shot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Wow, they're 7 feet tall. Labissiere is just talented at drawing fouls, utilizing his size well, and forcing the D to be physical.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Shake Milton comes in for Tobias Harris. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Richardson. And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Damian Jones. Collins comes in for Teague. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Reddish. Young is subbed in for Benbrook. Young's shot is good.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
Simmons dishes to Scott. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Now, here's Hunter. And stolen by Scott. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Trae Young.
Yeah, just nice strength there, and then just off with the shot.
The 76ers have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Shake Milton. And Alec Burks subbed in for Simmons. And a change for the Hawks. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Skal Labissiere. Now, here's Hunter. Young outside. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
High post, Embiid passes to Korkmaz. Now here's Thybulle. He's covered closely. Scott the pass to Embiid. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
What amazing strength. Look, I love how Embiid fights his way through whatever the defense throws his way.
Now, here is Young, defended by Thybulle. Young outside. From deep three-point range, Capella, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got 10 points.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Scott finds Burks, and the shot is good.
Nice pass. I mean, putting in work on the interior. Gotta love it.
Al Horford is checked in for Scott. Then for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon comes in for Clint Capella, and Bruno Fernando subbed in for Collins. The Hawks leading by 13. 54 seconds left to play here in the third. Ball's not loose, and so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. And some changes here for the 76ers. Tobias Harris comes in for Matisse Thybulle, and Josh Richardson subbed in for Alec Burks. Now, here is Young. He's got 19. Clock at 6. There's the triple. Sinks the three-pointer. Young's got 22 points.
There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
Back to Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Oh, man, the awareness and the IQ of Horford looks so adept at getting the ball to his open teammates.
Pass to Huerter. The tray. Dedmon kicks to Hunter for the three. He can't get it to go. The 76ers trail by 14. Richardson outside. Here's Korkmaz. Back to Richardson. Over Young. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Hawks ahead, leading by 14. Live from Philadelphia. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Atlanta leading by 14. In the backcourt, Simmons and Richardson. Down low, it's Harrison Horford. And it's Korkmaz in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And here is Teague, 4 on the shot clock. Wide open. The offensive rebound. Reddish kicks to Teague. Over Simmons. Teague can't hit.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
This isn't like him, and he knows it. The best thing they can do is try to get him more easy looks.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Teague, the pass to Bembry. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. The feed to Dedmon. The kick out to Teague. And now the 76ers on the break. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Richardson.
That's their third straight make off an assist.
Here's Teague, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Yeah, I love how Teague was able to shield off the defender and still go up and finish for a chance at the three-point play.
Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Atlanta also making some changes here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Damian Jones comes in for Bruno Fernando. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bembry. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Huerter. There's the 3. Horford with the rebound.
When the defense forgets about him on the perimeter, they're playing with fire. Lucky they don't get burned here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Greg, so many people know your story. Born and raised in Las Vegas. It must have been an amazing feeling then to lead UNLV to its only championship.
I mean, Kevin, you know, playing in front of so many people, you know, has its pros and cons.
Right.
But to be a part of that 1990 championship team and the only one we've been able to hoist and to have my jersey hanging in that rafter, it's humbling, and yes, it brings back a lot of fond memories.
Like historically good, right? When you think of that team, what that meant, it has a historic place.
It does. We felt like we were able to etch our mark in terms of the lures of the game of college basketball.
And while they have the lead, they're not doing nearly as much work on the offensive boards as they did in that first half.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far. And Philadelphia making a change here. Eibel's checked in. Simmons with it. And it's Reddish picking him up. Simmons can't get it to go.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Back to Huerter. Launches it. Simmons pulls it in. The 76ers trail by 13. Thibault kicks to Embiid. Up top, Simmons. Capella covering. And Capella sends it back. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. They get it back. Now the pass to Reddish. Capella dishes to Young. From deep. Again, Young missing. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. They've only given up 5 points here in the fourth quarter. Thibault, the pass to Simmons. Right side Horford. Back to Simmons. Goes back up. Horford no luck. The Hawks leading by 13. Young outside. To the inside. Collins. And finished off by Collins.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Hawks.
their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Trae Young.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, I love how they play for one another out there. No signs of selfishness. They're just a total team effort.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Teague left side. Banked in off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 17.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Capella with it, working on O'Quinn. Outside Teague. Pass to Bembry. Over Milton. No good. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. This crowd was stunned. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining. north of the border. Hi, everyone. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt, and it's Capella in at the center position. And for Toronto, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Ibaka in at the 5. So Atlanta will get the first possession. Here's Young. Outside Collins. Fires the 3. Here's Capella, and he banks in the layup.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Lowry looking around.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Herter. Anunoby sends it back.
OG Anunoby is fast off his feet, 7'2" wingspan, says twice on the pipes.
Now, here's Lowry. We're about 1 minute into the first. Kicks it out to VanVleet. Just 5 on the clock. Rebounded by Capella. Hawks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Basket good.
And how about the awareness Hunter possesses? Understands when one of his guys has an opportunity.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Trying to get open is Ibaka. Chalk up 2 there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Shots good from Young.
You gotta like seeing this from Young, wanting to prove he's more than just a jump shooter.
Lowry up top, defended by Young. Pass to Ibaka. And Ibaka slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Yes, that goes in.
You know, showing he's able to finish on the drive, I really enjoy watching Young take that initiative and capitalize.
Now, here is Lowry. Over Young. Trying to get open is Ibaka. The shot by Lowry, no good. Atlanta leading by 4. Here's Herter. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja. Both could be future league MVPs.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Count that one.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Davis, that's for 2. And again, Toronto no luck. The Hawks leading by 6. Inside, Jones kicks to T. Now, here's Reddish. He's guarded by Davis. Here's Dedmon. It's rebounded by Gasol. Toronto, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field.
Well, you think about Marc Gasol. This is a former Defensive Player of the Year. Obviously, he's not the star or the focal point he was at the peak of his career. But this guy still impacts the game at a very high level.
Pass to Powell. And Jones sends it back. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile One block?
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long. And Doris, with Gasol, it's on the defensive end where his impact is felt the most.
That's exactly right. He still makes life difficult for opposing centers. He's strong. He's smart. He knows all the tricks of the trade. Watching Marc Gasol play is a pleasure.
Siakam against Jones. Great positioning on the putback.
But how about the persistence from Hollis Jefferson? He's keeping possessions alive with his activity.
Here's Bembry, guarded by Powell. Offensive rebound. Jones, the pass to Dedmon. Tries again. And it's off the back rim. No good. Raptors trail by 4. The feed now to Davis. Dedmon with the block. Bembry, the pass to Teague. Trying to find Jones. He gets it to him. Back to Teague. Elbow shot. And that one released in time, but no good.
How about the recognition from Hollis Jefferson? Superb.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hawks lead by 4. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
The way he plays defensively, you know what he's.
And of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former Defensive Players of the Year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
Powell is out there with Terrence Davis. Then it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's Boucher in at the 4. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Powell against Teague. Powell down low. That one drops for him. Powell's got his first 2 points.
I'll tell you, love to see someone take the contact head on. And Norman Powell welcoming the challenge.
Bembry. Fernando, the pass to Bembry. Teague for 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Now Boucher still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Davis. The second chance effort. That shot no good. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Teague, the pass to Reddish. Hawks passing it around. The kick out to Teague. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Toronto. Then for the Hawks, Collins checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And Hunter subbed in for Bembry. Here's Lowry. And the shot goes down.
I thought he might get a call there. I thought it was pretty clear contact. But we know Lowry's not looking for the whistle. This guy's just looking to put points on the board.
Passes it to Teague. Now here's Reddish. He's guarded closely. Right wing. Back to Collins. With the tip. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Hawks lead by 4.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball. From 11 feet away, great D that time from Teague. And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Back to Collins. The pass to Fernando. It's blocked. And they're moving it up. Now here's Powell. D right on him. Gasol is double. Pass to Boucher. And the three off target.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
Lowry dishes to Powell. Back to Lowry. Goes up to the stripe. And the shot is long.
Listen, he knows he should have made that shot. We'll see if they can work it back to him in that same area.
And there it is for him. Reddish has got the lead up to 8 now for Atlanta.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Back to Lowry. He kicks it to Powell. Count that bucket.
Well, this guy very capable of capitalizing close to the rim. Norman Powell making an impact inside.
Collins passes to Fernando. And finished off by Collins.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Gasol. Pascal Siakam comes in for Chris Boucher. Anunoby, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Terrence Davis. Goes back up. That shot, no good. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in control with it. Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They had a 4-point advantage at the end of the period. That's all for now.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One of the stories here, John Collins getting it done today.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with Collins, and it's Young in at the point guard.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
They are just killing him on the interior.
VanVleet outside. Knocks it loose. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Siakam kicks to VanVleet. Off target from outside.
Yeah, just a solid job on the backboard. They are really controlling the inside.
Lowry with the ball, guarded by Hunter. And it's Lowry penetrating. It's deflected.
And putting that 7'2" wingspan to good use. Hunter can be an elite defender
if he keeps working at it.
Here's Anunoby. Basket counts.
Well, you get exactly what you want right there. Clean look right at the cup. Nicely done.
Atlanta leading by 7. Young looking around. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. The putback, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Lowry passes to Ibaka. Van Vliet outside. And here's Lowry. He dishes it to Ibaka. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And here is Capella. Herder, no good. This one for 3. Van Vliet left side. Ibaka goes in. It's Dedmon with the rebound.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Lamberry kicks to Young. Pass to Herder. Young outside. Shot from free throw range. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
Well, this guy flat out carrying the load for them offensively. He is taking and making good shots. What a terrific job.
Here's Powell, and the dunk by Powell.
Love the assertiveness of Norman Powell. Boy, turn the lights out.
The Hawks leading by 9. Young outside. Powell with the steal. 4-on-3 break. Ibaka, the pass to Powell. Off target from three-point range. For Atlanta, they've gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Young fires away from outside. Can't drop the tough three-pointer. Here's Anunoby. Powell down low. Young with the steal. Kicks to Dedmon. All alone. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And really, this is the role of Capella. To come out, play that strong defense.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. We've got Davis. There's Boucher out there with Marc Gasol. Then it's Pascal Siakam. And it's Lowry in at the point. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Yeah, they are demoralized now, guys. A careless play to turn it over and then slow getting back on defense.
Davis, the pass to Boucher. The layup missed.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the chart.
Shot by Collins, no good.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Young against Davis. Over Young. That one wide left. Atlanta leading by 13. Pushing it up. Finished off the break. Young's got 10 points in just the second half.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And stolen by Hunter. And now Young running the floor all by himself. Drops in the breakaway layup. Young's got 6 in the quarter.
Yeah, they are really starting to push it now.
Lowry drives in. Basket good.
If you allow Kyle Lowry a head of steam, it is very difficult to stay in front of him. No stopping him on that drive.
Young outside. Takes a 3. Another miss by Young. Raptors trail by 15. Siakam with it. Atlanta with the rebound. Reddish has got 4 rebounds in this game. Young for 3. Down it drops through the net for his 9th bucket. He is 9 for 13 so far.
And the effortless shooting motion. Young's three-point jumper is just poetry in motion and has it on automatic.
Lowry kicks to Boucher. Lowry passes to Davis. Kicks it out to Siakam. And he makes good on the layup.
Well, Siakam pushing right through the contact. Go ahead, Young, sir.
Young for 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Gasol's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Boucher finds Davis. And it's blocked. Gasol with the steal. Just his first attempt. The putback.
The hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
Young against Lowry. Young dishes to Jones. To the left side wing. Passes it to Hunter. Back to Young. Fires the 3. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Atlanta.
Not only did they shoot the ball better, but they had more assists.
Yeah, I thought the passing in terms of finding the open man gave them the higher percentage shots. The ball movement was key for the win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Trae Young.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Shot clock at 6. Shot from 16. And there are the Raptors with another bucket.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
The kick out to Young from past the arc. Again, Young missing. And here's Gasol. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. It's a 13-point game. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
The throw good, Davis. Some changes for Toronto. Johnson, he's checked in for Gasol. Thomas comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Patrick McCaw in for Kyle Lowry. 32 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now, here's Reddish. And there's the pass to Teague. Capella kicks to Graham. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. Pass to Thomas. Over Teague. No good there, and that would have cut it to single digits. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got here on the five for the Raptors. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Kicks it out to VanVleet. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. VanVleet's got the first basket of the game for Toronto. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
And Simmons slams it in.
Throw it down, young fella. Simmons is explosive and without a doubt one of my favorite dunkers.
VanVleet with the bucket. We've played just over a minute here in the first. Simmons with it. It's stolen by Lowry. Fast break, Toronto. Out to the right wing. VanVleet against Richardson. 6 to shoot. And it's blocked by Simmons.
How about the balance and body control? Simmons able to send that one packing.
Embiid finds Horford. Simmons feeling it out a bit. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. VanVleet with the ball. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. And the 76ers with possession. It's a three-point game. Here's Simmons. Makes it off the glass.
Give Josh credit, taking the challenge offensively, discipline, and that's a beautiful pass.
Pass to Lowry. There's the feed to Ibaka. Tipped away and stolen by Harris. An even 3-on-3 break. Here's Richardson, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
At the line for your 76ers.
That one drops. He ties it up.
I mean, a ferocious athlete. Josh Richardson has also proven to be a terrific 3-and-D guy.
Matisse Thybulle checked in for Ben Simmons. And Toronto also making a switch. Davis is checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis with it, and it's Richardson picking him up. Ibaka, the pass to Lowry. Count it.
Kyle Lowry is a very tough guy for 6'1". He's a guy who loves to attack the inside, even though he's small.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
The 76ers lead. And now Philadelphia on the break. Here's Embiid. Feeds it to Horford. Now the pass to Harris. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Lowry passes to Siakam. Richardson with it. Now guarded by Siakam. Here's Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And remember now, Embiid lost 20 pounds during the summer of 19. There, looking light on his feet in transition.
Lowry passes to Siakam.
And Pascal Siakam can absolutely score hit bunches. Put up 25 in a quarter last season, and when he gets going, look out.
GA, when Pascal Siakam is on, it seems like he's involved in every play. Must stay consistent. But you know what? He's a special player who can carry a team to win on any given night.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Scotty's checked in for Horford. Robinson comes in for Harris. Korkmaz checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Burks in for Richardson. Burks finds Embiid. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Offensively, we see Embiid all over the floor, but inside is where he can really utilize that size.
And here's the fast break. Scott leading the way. Embiid, no good. Raptors trail by 3. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
And the dunk by Embiid.
Hard to imagine a much better target on the alley-oop than Embiid. Get the lob anywhere in his vicinity, and you might wind up on a highlight reel.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. 76ers ahead. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, we've got Fred VanVleet. Hollis Jefferson is out there with Chris Boucher. And it's Marc Gasol, and it's Powell in at shooting guard. Gasol kicks to VanVleet. Passes to Boucher. Toronto needs to get off his shot. With the fadeaway. Gasol, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Embiid dishes to Burks. Unable to get that one. And Toronto will come the other way. Here's Gasol. Poked away. Boucher finds Powell. And the dunk by Powell.
Great timing. That can be the difference between an assist and a turnover.
Embiid, the pass to Burks. And Embiid, the bucket on the assist by Burks. Embiid's got the lead up to 5 now for the 76ers. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
The capacity at 7-1 to just survey the floor. You're not going to impede Gasol's vision.
Here's Embiid. Boucher with the rebound. And so Gasol will bring it up for the Raptors. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
Embiid kicks to Scott. Got a piece of it. They get it back. Another shot. And Embiid finishes inside. Embiid's got 10 points.
He's given a great lift to this offense tonight. Very, very efficient.
Boucher passes to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Gasol. Greg, can you really compare players from completely different eras? I mean, people love to talk about the greatest of all time.
You know, Kev, some players do transcend eras. There's no doubt about that. Wilt's a great example, and there are many others. But in reality, to your point, the style and the way in which the game was played was so different that it isn't fair. I mean, all you can be is the best of your generation or one of the best. And I think that should stand no matter what the conversation is.
Like, there's no doubt in your mind Oscar Robertson could play in this era as well as he played when he played.
No doubt. Bill Russell, all those guys,
yes,
they're truly
yes.
great ones. So much of your ability to perform at a high level is built around your confidence and your belief in your abilities. And those guys had it as much as anybody who's ever played the game.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And being a second-generation NBA talent, Horford knows how to stay successful in this league. You see how he's evolved his game to keep up with the times.
Siakam is checked in for the Raptors. Davis comes in for Fred VanVleet. And Davis, here we go. Pass to Lowry. Lays it up and banks it in. And that's now 6 points for Kyle Lowry.
He's a great finisher for a player his size. When Kyle Lowry gets a step to the hoop, he's going for the bucket.
And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. Ibaka finds Anunoby. Ibaka, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. And stolen by Siakam. Davis, the pass to Siakam. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Richardson, he's checked in for Shake Milton. 76ers have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And Simmons kicks to Thibault. Richardson the pass to Thibault. Here's Simmons. Down it goes, his third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
They can't shake Simmons. He is very used to getting hit. Even with contact, he can finish strong.
Lowry against Simmons. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 1 on the basket from Lowry.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Got a piece of it, and stolen by Kyle Lowry. Here's Siakam, and Siakam throws it down.
It all started with Lowry's steal. His ability to lock in and defend makes him special.
Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
It reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
Lowry kicks to Davis. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And the Raptors lead by 1.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
A nice shot by Simmons.
Good job of stepping up to the plate there, seizing back the momentum for his team.
That's the competitor in him. Close game. Let me have this one.
Outside for Lowry. Good work defensively by Horford. And there's the call on Kyle Lowry. That's his first foul. Knocked loose, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Lowry.
They're fortunate the defender couldn't control it. Almost lost that possession.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. And Tobias Harris, a player that can slot in at both forward spots. And that does it for our...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Joel Embiid has been sensational.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Near the three-point line, it's VanVleet. Shot clock at 6. A three-pointer off the mark.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done differently, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time.
Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Lowry against Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Siakam left side. Lowry against Simmons. And he gets it to go. Lowry's got 10.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Down low, Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
This is what I like about Lowry, not just looking for his shot, even though he's an excellent scorer.
And that one's good. Simmons, 12 points for him. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And stolen by Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
How about the activity of Simmons, mucking up passing lanes and making life difficult on the opposition. So good at getting steals.
Back to Lowry. Uses the glass to finish the layup. 12 points for Kyle Lowry.
And I'll bet his percentage is pretty high from that range.
And it's Simmons penetrating.
Yeah, and when Simmons is driving inside, he's going to sky up for the flush, getting to the basket in no time.
Pass to Untitled. No good on that one. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Here's Simmons. What a terrific move that was. And now a 5-point 76ers lead. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Van Vliet attacking. Up and in on the layup.
Love the strength on that drive by Fred Van Vliet. He is tough and he's aggressive.
Here's Simmons. Oh, what a play!
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
Lowry passes to Untitled. And stolen by Simmons. And here we go. Philadelphia running again. And the dunk by Embiid.
This is where Tobias has really improved, keeping his eyes up, making plays for others.
Horford against Ibaka. 1:06 left to play in the third. Good work defensively by Horford. Philadelphia with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now.
I mean, in transition, Josh Richardson is fast with or without the ball in his possession.
Siakam passes to Lowry. The pass to Van Vliet. Anunoby against Harris. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
OG Anunoby out of Indiana. He was the 23rd pick in the 2017 draft. Another great draft selection that day. Slipped due to injuries concerns, but he's been great.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Marc Gasol's checked in for Toronto. Norman Powell comes in for Kyle Lowry.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Powell down low. Burks covering. That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut back down to 8. An important basket there from Marc Gasol.
What you know about Marc Gasol's game is he has a fantastic feel working down there in the interior.
And that one's good. Korkmaz.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
There's been an emphasis on ball movement, and he's been a major catalyst.
Chalk up 2 there.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Terrific body control from Burks, reading angles and creating space.
Van Vliet, right side. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers going. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
At his position, traditionally, his job is to shoot the basketball. Give him credit for keeping his eyes up and just taking what the defense allows.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Raptors. They've got Marc Gasol. There's Boucher out there with Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. Then there's Norman Powell. And it's Davis in at the 1 spot. And the 76ers making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Philadelphia leading by 10. To the inside. Gasol with the steal. Pass to Davis. They get a hand on it. Pass to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
And that interior presence of Embiid, guys that big shouldn't be able to move like that.
Powell, the pass to Boucher, and that one drops for him. Boucher's got his first bucket in this one.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both teams trying to close out strong. These are the fireworks that fans came to see.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint. +8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Back to Powell. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. And here's Davis for 3. Embiid with the steal. One-on-one fast break. And that one's good. Korkmaz. And the 76ers lead by 16.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Stolen by Robinson. And now it's Burks running. He can go all the way. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Now the Raptors moving it up. Back to Davis. And the shot goes down. Looking at current NBA players, Greg, leaving aside the real star players, who would you love to have played with from this era?
And there's so many guys that, you know, and I hate to call them role players because they bring so much more to the table, but in reality they got to fill some roles, right? And you know, John Collins is a guy who's got great potential, a tremendous finisher around the rim. How about Robert Covington, a smooth shooter who defends his tail off? Davis Bertans, a deadly floor spacer who can put the ball down and create and make plays. So there's so many guys like that in the league that make a difference in determining whether your team can win or lose.
Boy, those are 3 names I don't know that I would have mentioned, so I'm glad you did. Simmons finds Harris, and here's Embiid. Out to Harris. Pass to Burks. Now here's Embiid. Simmons with it. Harris passes to Simmons. Clock at 4. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Richardson, he's checked in for the 76ers. And then for Toronto, Siakam is checked in for Gasol. OG Anunoby comes in for Rondé Hollis-Jefferson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Davis. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Lowry.
When you watch Kyle Lowry play, there aren't a lot of limitations in his offensive game.
Here's Simmons. The teardrop falls in. Simmons got 14 points here in the second half.
That's nice work, stopping short of the rim, just laying it over the top.
Count that one from VanVleet.
Poor interior defense. If you play him soft, he's going to kill you.
Lowry against Simmons. Second chance shot. Doesn't go for him. Ibaka with some nice D. Siakam passes to Anunoby. And it's sent back by Horford. To the paint. Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
You see the mentality of Josh Richardson. Be aggressive and leave no doubt.
And the foul on Josh Richardson. That is his first foul of the game. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter of this one. And the pass to Anunoby. It's stolen by Harris.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Philadelphia.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Ben Simmons.
Hard not to be impressed by what he did tonight. He was aggressive, he was efficient, and the defense had no answer.
Back to Van Vliet. Anunoby has the open look, and it's off from three-point range. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. 18 points separating the teams. That's the biggest lead of the game. Anunoby finds Van Vliet. Embiid with the steal. Out to Harris. Passes it to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. before.
Hey, Kevin.
You're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Hawks, Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. And it's Capella in at the 5 spot. And the dunk by Capella.
So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end.
Philadelphia with the ball after the basket by Atlanta. Here's Simmons. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
I admire Simmons' ability inside. That's where he's an elite finisher.
Young against Simmons. Young passes to Capella, and the dunk by Capella.
Yeah, undersized guys with athleticism do these kind of things, playing above the rim. Love to see him get up like that.
Simmons looking it over. And Simmons slams it in.
I'm amazed at Simmons' athletic ability. He moves so fluidly for someone that size.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Young outside. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Young against Simmons. And he goes big with the dunk right on top of John Collins.
Yeah, whenever Simmons gets a chance to show off his insane jumping skills, he seizes it.
Young. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Fires for 3. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Simmons can't get it to go.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Horford the pass to Harris, and stolen by Hunter. Young with the ball. Simmons is there. A nice shot by Young. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. John Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game.
Richardson, no luck. The Hawks leading by 8. 1:16 left to play in the first quarter. Young against Simmons. And the dunk by Capella.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Here's Simmons after Clint Capella's bucket. And Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
For the Hawks, Reddish, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teagan for Trae Young. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for the 76ers. There's 42 seconds left in the first quarter. Teague feeling it out a bit. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the 76ers. It's Richardson on the wing. No points in the game yet for him. Kicks it to Harris. Back to Richardson. He dishes it to Horford. Richardson the pass to Thibault. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Horford. That one's not going to go. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wrist.
And so it's Atlanta. Up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, we've seen the Hawks really take control here.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, you don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court for Atlanta, Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Jones. Then it's Reddish. And it's Dedmon in at the center position. Teague with the ball. Five on the clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. The shot's good. Jones has got the lead up to 12 now for the Hawks.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
A shot by Reddish, no good. The 76ers trail by 10. Here's Robinson, and Jones sends it back. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Jones. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession.
That's tough, because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Here's Teague. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. There's the pass to Reddish. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the contest.
And last season, as a team, they knocked down 79% of their free throws, so those are numbers you'll be happy with.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Outside, Jones. Oh, Teague in position. Fernando, the pass to Reddish. 4 on the clock. Here's Bembry, defended by Milton. Here's Fernando. Milton grabs the board. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the 76ers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. Korkmaz passes to Milton. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Reddish. Here's Bembry. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Throws it up high. Great communication on the alley-oop.
And Cam Reddish, the 10th pick back in 2019 out of Duke. Had a tough transition as a rookie into the NBA. Struggled just to find his rhythm.
GA, I think there are a lot of questions, because at Duke, he was surrounded by stars. R.J. Barrett, Zion Williamson, and he was sort of that third guy. He has all the physical tools, and he made some big-time strides in the latter half of last season, so he's coming.
Pass to Teague. A 3. Watch for the new shot clock. Here's Fernando. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
It's stolen by Reddish. 1:52 left to play here in the half. Here's the lob to the hoop. Bembry kicks to Reddish. Teague for three. That one misses. And the 76ers go the other way with it. Teague against Scott. Deflects the pass. Pass to Milton. 6 on the shot clock. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Atlanta making a switch here. Young's checked in, and then for Philadelphia, Embiid comes in for Robinson, and Simmons subbed in for Alec Burks. Young from deep three-point range, and once again off the mark by Atlanta. Oh, and here we go with Simmons, nobody back.
Oh, sensational speed by Simmons, trucking it down the court and beating everyone.
Young taking his time here. The 11-footer, and he nails the jumper. Young's got the lead up to 14 now for Atlanta.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
It's Young on the wing. From the arc. Again, Young missing. The 76ers trail by 14. Pass to Milton. Right side, Simmons. The pass to Embiid. That's tipped. And a deep three from Young. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've been putting on a clinic in the...
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Great. You look at the core of this young Hawks team. They have Trae Young, John Collins, DeAndre Hunter. Kenny, is that trio good enough to get them out? And that...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
Yeah, and through the first two quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Taking a look at the 76ers. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Just 5 to shoot. Horford the pass to Richardson. Misses off the left iron.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
But they get it back. The kick out to Young. Back to Collins. From deep. And Trae Young gets the three. Young's got 12 in the game. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked out as intended?
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get the one pick or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want anyone rooting for you to lose.
No, absolutely not. Here's Simmons. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
No answer for Simmons, a tenacious scorer who finishes with muscle through contact.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Young against Simmons. And Young kicks to Capella. Collins wide open. He fires. Offensive rebound. Second shot opportunity. Again, the Hawks score.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard. And you just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
And this is how Simmons puts up points. He challenges you close at the rim more often than not, having the physical advantage.
And Simmons slams it in.
A hard worker who really ferociously strives to improve. Simmons tonight has been unstoppable at the offensive end.
He had a nice open look right there. Young's got 10 points in just the second half.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of them.
Outside, Simmons. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And Young kicks to Collins. Jacks up a three, and it's Young. That time on the assist by Collins. Young's got 22.
Now he's put on a shooting display here in the second half. He really seems to be in a great groove right now.
Simmons against Collins. Simmons passes to Richardson. Oh, the lob for Simmons, and stolen by Hunter. Young outside. Passes to Hunter. From deep three-point range, another three for Atlanta.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Simmons finds Richardson. Outside, Simmons. Pass to Harris. Now, here's Richardson. 5 to shoot. Pass to Simmons. To end the run. Oh, wow!
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Young way outside. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
So you're saying that he's out there right now protesting in some form or fashion?
Young outside, lets it go with a three. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers trail by 19. Dishes it to Richardson. Harris passes to Simmons. Horford against Young. Stolen by Collins. To the middle. It's deflected. It's stolen by Harris. Here's Simmons. And dunks it right on top of Trae Young. Wow!
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good sign.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's Atlanta leading by 17. We'll be back shortly live from State Farm Arena. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Bembry out there with Teague. Then it's Reddish. Then it's Dwayne Dedman. And it's Fernando in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
Just a great pick and roll play right there. Fundamental, really picture perfect pass from Teague.
Outside, Horford. And a dunk by Horford.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
Back to Teague. To the paint. And stolen by Horford. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. A chance now for a three-point play. It's going to be on Cam Reddish. Jones checked in for Atlanta. And the 76ers also making a change. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Harris. Greg, you were drafted 12th overall by the New York Knicks and then 2nd overall by the Grizzlies in the expansion draft. So you've had a very unique view of being in that position in two different settings.
Yeah, I mean, two very different cities, but really each beautiful in its own way. The New York draft, obviously coming out of college, that was like a dream come true to go and play for Pat Riley and then get the opportunity to go and be a part of a brand new team in a new country, if you will, was also a really cool experience as well.
I hope we can take a petition started by you and me to get the NBA back in Vancouver. I miss
and
going
Seattle,
to Vancouver.
right? Let's get back in both those cities.
Exactly. 4 on the shot clock. Back to Thibault. No good that time, and it's the Hawks taking it the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Here's Bembry. Burks covering. And here is Teague. The pass to Bembry. Back to Teague. Here's Dedmon. Knocked away.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Outside Teague. Over in the corner, Reddish. Horford against Teague. Kicks it out to Jones. Passes it to Bembry. Over Thibault. And once again off the mark by Atlanta. The 76ers trail by 12. Here's Burks. No good that time. Great D that time from Teague. We've got 1:55 left in the fourth. Out to the right wing. He kicks to Reddish. Back to Teague. They could use a bucket. Here's Dedmon. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against Philadelphia.
Well, from the D-League to dominating defensively, Dwayne Dedmon hustling around.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Collins checked in for Jones. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Reddish. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. Harris comes in for Korkmaz. Josh Richardson's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Simmons subbed in for Alec Burks.
Really moves well out there, Dedmon, for a guy his size, and you check out the lift on that dunk.
Outside Collins. It's Young on the wing. 1:07 left in the fourth quarter. Nails the 16-footer. Young's got 27.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Hawks.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Trae Young.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
So both teams changing it up here. And Simmons drops them both.
The 2018 Rookie of the Year. Simmons' NBA career got off to a great start, and he's only continued to improve.
And he gets the bucket.
And once they smelled blood in the water, you could see the killer instinct take over.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
Here's Herter. Pass to Fernando. Over Milton. Off target with that shot. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and